Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, and in this video, I'm going to explain you about failover and load balance concept. Before start, here I have a slide that uh, containing about failover and load balance concept. Here I will explain you about the goal, active conditions, benefit, and weakness. So the first one, the goal of failover is to keep the connection is on and when the link is failed. So when one of these link or this cable is failed or get thrown off, so these routing protocols still on because it will okay, and go to the LB or load balancing. So load balancing is just for optimization for the when he optimization optimization the progress by using a lot of path. So load balance is just like this. So when failover he just use one way to go here, but load balance way to use one two way. So it will separate the data. Then later there is the explanation. So active condition. When one of the pet is active, another will stand by. So when this cable is active, this one will get uh, what pending or standby. And if load balance, all of the cable or the link will active because we use all of the paths. And the benefit is for our developer is the connection will save when there is error on the link, and it's improve or increase the network. And for load balancing, the benefit of load balancing is increase the throughput, in, uh, increase the increase data sending and optimization bandwidth. And the weakness of failover is the path backup is not will be used when normal. So when this link is active, if failover can if this link active, then another link will inactive. So this link is will not use it as normal when you use failover. And recovery still need time. So routing convergence. So when there is error on the link, it still need time to recovery by itself. And if load balancing, the weakness is it can make debugging to be confused. And not all protocol is support for load balancing. And last one, uh, it's need uh, what hardware or uh, software that good at this. And the example of implementation is redundant router or link with HSLP or VRLP or routing dynamic failover. And for load balancing is AIGLP equal load balancing, ACMP, BGP load sharing. And for the story case is ISP for failover. ISP provide link, provide main link and backup. When the main link active, the backup is will stand by. So backup active when the main link is down. And for EIGRP, the study case is a company with two ISP. Uh, a company that use two ISP with what we call it as uh balancing what directly to directly that's to for the traffic is out. And this is the terms that affect the cost EIGRP flow. So this cost EIGRP there is FD visible distance and RD reported distance. So visible distance is mean the data that from the router itself, and reported distance is the data or the information for the neighbor of the router, and it will count successor and visible successor. So successor is the uh, and all of it will appear in the routing table. And this EIGP data transformation. So successor is the link, the best link for go to the destination with the lowest metric and the lowest visible distance. And visible successor is the backup. So uh, link backup when the successor get down, and the metric is the lowest after the successor, and the FD is what is accept the agreement. And here we have um one of topology or one lab over here. So here we have three routers and one topology. So in this tree, all of the routers are connected. So every router have their own interface loopback. Router 1 and router 2, the network was 12.12.0. Router 2 and router 3, the network was 23.23.0. And router 1 with router 3, the network was 13.13.0. And if we do show IP route on the router 1, show IP route 3.3.3.3, and it will appear that there is 13.13.13.3 over here. And if we trace route, it will what show the path to go to the 13.13.13. And if we type show IP IIGRP topology 3.3.3.3 and the subnet mask. So as you guys see here, we will see the bandwidth of the metric, which is 100,000, and the total delay is 510. And so it means is the successor is this one, and the feasible successor is this one, because we as we can see, this is the lowest one, and this is a bit higher than this one. So the case is when the router one sending a package to router 3, it will use the gigabit ethernet slash 1/0, and it's not going to use fast ethernet slash 0/0 because it's the visible successor, and this the successor because the metric is lowest than the fast ethernet 0/0. And here we're going to change the delay. So if we change the delay of this one, delay 510, 5010, this one 5110. And now we're going to check the delay. And with this, we will check the interface gigabit ethernet 1/0, and we'll add a big delay over here. And if we do threshold, it will go to the router 2 first, then it will go to the router 3. Uh, how is it possible? Because as you know that before we have changed the delay, and so the matrix will get higher than before. So it means the feasible successor, or we can call it this way, lowest than is lower than this uh is lower than this. So it will change the role. So this one is going to be successor, and this one is going to be visible successor because it has higher metric than this one, and it will show that there is this one. It have one, two, three, four, five, six, just six words, and just six number, and this one one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. It have not 10 number. So as you know that, of course it will choose this way. So that's all. Maybe just that from me. I do apologize for any single mistakes of my word. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.